As I walked down this familiar path like I always do, something instantly caught my eye. Under the shade of a tree not far ahead, a dog. It looked just like an old friend on vacation, soaking up the sun. Its ears twitched slightly, and it looked so relaxed, I couldn't help but envy it. I wondered, could this spot be her little home? The way she napped so peacefully, like she owned the place. It really felt like she had claimed this spot as her own private VIP lounge. And to be fair, it was a great spot, dappled shade, a cool breeze blowing through, and some sun-warmed leaves nearby, perfect for lounging. She didn't seem to mind me getting closer at all. Just opened one eye and gave me a lazy glance. But as I moved closer, I suddenly heard soft little whimpers coming from behind her. I squinted and nearly melted from what I saw. There were a few fluffy little babies hidden behind her. Turns out, she was a new mom. The puppies looked so curious about everything around them. They'd wiggle around a bit, then snuggle right back into their mom's belly. It was the kind of scene you could stare at for hours. It felt like I had stumbled into a cozy little pet theater. The dog mom was the star, calmly guarding her tiny co-stars. And the puppies, adorable little troublemakers, stealing the show. The whole moment was both heartwarming and hilarious. Like a perfectly scripted movie scene, so random, yet so comforting. Honestly, those pups picked the smartest hiding spot ever. A quiet, comfy nook, it doesn't get better than that. Sometimes the world of pets is more dramatic than a TV show. The next day, I walked past the spot again, but this time I came prepared with some dog snacks in hand. After all, we kind of said hello yesterday. It just felt rude to show up today without a little gift. Sure enough, the dog mom instantly noticed my mysterious offering. I started to squat down slowly to offer her the snack. ... But out of nowhere, she dashed off like an arrow. She even glanced back at me with the cheekiest look on her face. I froze for a second. Was she ... trying to play hide and seek with me? That playful pup, she's still young at heart. Turns out, she's not just a gentle mom, but also a big fun-loving goof. So I just crouched down, pulled out a tasty treat, and offered it to her again. This time, she didn't run, just went straight for it, no hesitation. The way she confidently munched, it felt like she just ordered delivery. And I was the delivery guy, right on time. She even looked up at me with those sparkly eyes. Tail gently wagging behind her. I was totally defeated by her adorable personality shift. Just moments ago, she was a wilderness survival expert, and now she was a snack-loving cutie who knew how to work the charm. She looked so proud of herself. Like she'd just nailed the perfect social strategy. Honestly, this dog knows way more about building connections than I do. First, she messes with you a little, then accepts your kindness. And just to top it off, throws in a little charm, totally winning me over. She didn't say a single word, but had me smiling and melting, and somehow made me want to come back and hang out with her again. But what truly got me hooked were those fuzzy little pups. As cute and playful as the mama dog was, her babies were the real showstoppers. They were still so tiny, they hadn't even opened their eyes yet. Each one curled up like a little sticky rice ball, snuggled into the cozy little nest their mom had made, sleeping so peacefully. I crouched down and watched for a while. I couldn't take my eyes off them. One of the pups was curled up like a tiny round dumpling. Its little paw twitched slightly, like it was running in its dream. Sunlight filtered through the leaves and gently fell on them. Their fur glowed softly, and the whole scene felt warm and peaceful. In that moment, I finally understood what people mean by happiness is a state of being. I couldn't help but reach out and gently pet one of the puppies. Its fur was as soft as a freshly washed fleece blanket. It felt amazing. I swear it was instantly addictive. And then came the sweetest surprise. One of the little pups slowly climbed into my hand. Its tiny paw rubbed against me like a soft cotton ball. I was instantly hit. That little move just melted my whole heart. Looking closer, I realized their eyes were actually open now. Turns out they were just sleeping. I thought their eyes hadn't opened yet. They weren't afraid of me at all. If anything, they acted like they were cuddling up to me. The others were softly snoring away, sleeping soundly like little angels. I was completely wrapped up in this fuzzy bundle of joy. Just as I was having the best time playing with these little ones, I suddenly realized, wait a sec, where's the mom? She was just here supervising me, and now she's nowhere to be seen. I looked all around, not a single sign of her. I was like, no way, did this mama dog just leave her kids with me, ... so she could go have a little me time. Of course, deep down I knew. Pets live a life way more free than we imagine. Maybe she just stepped out to take care of something important. Maybe patrolling her territory, or just finding a quiet corner for a nap. Either way, she looked so calm and at ease. She probably knew her babies were safe with me. No need to worry. After I got home that night, I couldn't stop thinking about them. So during this dog-filled night, I made a decision that meant a lot to me. I wanted to invite them to officially move into my home. Not just visiting, not just stopping by for snacks. I wanted them to truly see my place as their second home. But don't get me wrong, I'm not forcing anything. When it comes to pets, everything should be about trust and fate. I just wanted to open my door and let them decide. If they choose to come with me, I'll welcome them with open arms. Yeah, if they feel their big tree villa is still the best place for now, then I'll respect whatever the dogs decide. I grabbed my backpack and walked over to them again. The mama dog noticed me the moment she saw me. But this time, she seemed a little confused. She looked at me, then glanced at the bag in my hand. Her eyes were practically full of big question marks. I gave her a gentle smile, slowly crouched down, and reached out my hand. She just looked at me, didn't back away, didn't resist at all. On the contrary, it was like she'd already gotten used to me being close. She even tilted her head slightly, letting me gently pet her. Her fur was warm and soft, and her ears twitched a little, almost like she was responding to my touch. My heart instantly warmed up. The little pups were still snuggled in a pile, breathing softly and steadily, sleeping deeply and peacefully. Since the mama dog didn't mind me being close, I didn't want to disturb the quiet. The most touching moments aren't dramatic or loud. ... The single quotes read the quiet trust that slowly grows between you. I quietly pulled out some treats from my bag and offered them to her. I wasn't trying to bribe her with snacks. This mama dog isn't that easy to win over. But let's face it, if you want to spend time with the cuties in her arms, ... YOUVE got to follow some protocol, right? A welcome gift for the mama from my hand. Must. Her eyes softened. She seemed to understand my intentions. With dogs, it's all about mutual respect. Show them sincerity and they'll give you their trust. Give them snacks and they'll give you cuddles. That kind of give and take is what makes these moments so addictive and joyful. Not long after, the mama dog and her puppies officially moved into my home, even if it's just a temporary relocation. To me, it felt like a huge deal. After all, when new family members arrive, ... the first priority is making sure they feel safe and comfortable. I'd already prepared a little bed with soft cushions and a clean blanket. I was worried they might not settle in right away in a new environment. But to my surprise, they acted like they owned the place. The little pups instantly snuggled up to their mom and started nursing like pros, their tiny tails wagging as they fed, full of energy and determination. They looked so cute, I couldn't help but grin from ear to ear. Watching them drink milk peacefully and roll around like little marshmallows, that moment healed me completely. Before I knew it, it was already the next day. Early in the morning, I quietly went to check on them, thinking they'd still be fast asleep. But as soon as I peeked in, the scene completely melted my heart. A few of the little ones had actually rolled off their little bed. They were scattered all over the soft mat, sleeping in the most chaotic, twisted poses. And I just carefully made their bed yesterday, soft, warm, and cozy. But these little rebels couldn't care less. They ended up pie-lying under the bed like we don't follow the rules. And the funniest part, they even fell asleep in formation. Two perfect groups of three like tiny fluffy mountain peaks. They're already this mischievous. I can't imagine what chaos they'll create as they grow up. But honestly, it's these little unexpected surprises that make life fun. Every day I wake up, I get to discover something new and adorable about them. It's such a fulfilling kind of companionship, pure happiness. While the little ones were still sleeping soundly, I quietly moved them back onto their little bed one by one. The most surprising part, not a single pup opened its eyes. No whining, no resistance, not even a paw lifted. They were all out cold, sleeping like little rocks. These furry little things are definitely the sleepy warriors from legend. Once the last pup was safely tucked into the soft bed, I looked at them curled up quietly in a circle, like a neatly arranged platter of dumplings, so satisfying to see. The joy of having pets comes from these seemingly small moments. Even just moving them can fill your heart with warmth from their cuteness. Today, even before the morning sun filled the room, Mama Dog had already started her work mode. Like a diligent and caring little homemaker, she quietly adjusted herself to make sure each puppy was snuggled close. Starting the day before sunrise, her dedication is incredible. It's hard not to admire how deep her motherly love runs. As she fed them, she even gently lowered her head now and then to lick their little heads. Her every movement was so tender, like she was saying, "Eat well, so you can grow strong." The whole moment was nearly silent, just the soft slurping of the pups and her calm, steady breathing. She stayed still and quiet, watching over her little furry crew. The look on her face was focused and content. It made my heart feel so soft. No words needed, no dramatic scenes, just pure, silent love in every motion she made. To her, the world is small, just her and these hungry little babies. But her love is huge, big enough to warm the whole morning. And as always, the little pups were just ridiculously adorable. They looked like they were in the middle of a milk drinking competition, each one doing its best to push closer into Mama's arms. Some were pouring around trying to find a good spot, while others just plopped on top of their siblings without a care. It was pure chaos, but the adorable kind. Tiny mouths moving, little noses twitching, soft little whimpers like they were saying, "This milk is mine, don't even think about taking it." A few pups were even wagging their tails mid-feed, clearly enjoying every second. It was like they were having the most delicious meal of their lives. One little pup even fell asleep while drinking. The whole scene was so adorable, I could have melted right then and there. These little balls of fluff, they were showing me in the purest way possible that happiness can really be that simple. This morning, a few lazy little ones slept right through breakfast, while the others had already gathered around Mom for their milk slots. These guys were still curled up in the corner, sound asleep, completely unaware that it was already feeding time. They were sleeping so sweetly with their tiny paws gently curled. One of them even moved its mouth like it was still drinking in a dream. I quietly picked it up and placed it next to Mom. As soon as it touched Mom's fur, it instinctively started looking for a spot. Even before its mouth reached the milk, it was already air suckling. It was like it suddenly realized, wait, how am I just getting here now? Then dove right into the crowd to make up for lost time. But honestly, there's always that one pup who wakes up first for milk. That one's always the strongest. It gets a head start every day. time really does fly. In the blink of an eye, these little ones have been here for 3 full days. On the outside, they might not seem all that different. But for me, these few short days have felt like a magical little journey. They've quietly changed my daily rhythm and gently filled my heart. Every morning, the first thing I do is check if they're sleeping soundly, or if any of them rolled off the bed again. Sometimes they look like a pile of marshmallows when they sleep. Other times, they twist themselves into a whole new sleep pose formation. When the afternoon sun streams in, warming their fur dot. 3 days might not sound like much, but the joy and warmth they've brought me have been more than I ever imagined. These days haven't had any epic stories. No big missions to complete. Just a quiet companionship between a human and a bunch of puppies. Peaceful, gentle, the kind of moments you don't want to skip through. The bond between us. Maybe it's being built in every little head, pat, bed shift, and bottle feed. They're still so tiny, they probably don't even know my name yet, but they already see me as part of their world. Right now, the little ones are sleeping so peacefully, but only during the daytime because they've completely flipped their sleep schedule. Around 1 or 2 a.m., the whole nest starts chattering. I have to get up, whisper softly to calm them, and gently tuck them back into place. By now, getting up 3 to 5 times a night has become my new normal. Mama Dog watches all this with a look of helplessness on her face. She stayed up super late last night too, so today, I've got to reward this hardworking mom with some treats. Seeing her be this patient, how could I not keep going too? Even when my eyelids are heavy with sleep, the sound of their soft little whimpers, and that gentle look in Mama Dog's eyes, it melts my heart every single time. So really, compared to everything she goes through, my lack of sleep is nothing.